Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jokic. The 41st pick in the 2014 NBA draft. Second round pick, and out of everything that happened during this telecast of the draft, he was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. One going through the quesarito. And officially, now, he is the league's MVP. His ascension from unknown to MVP is awe-inspiring and an honor to watch. Now, his play style isn't one of explosive athleticism. It's more so of extreme skill and IQ.
I can't dunk it, guys. Did you see me play? I never dunk.
This dude, and I mean this affectionately, just some big tub of lard.
Jokic is the best of a long line of current and former Serbian NBA players. This list of current players includes names like Bogdan Bogdanovic and Boban Marjanovic, and the former players include legends like Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac, and the infamous Darko Milicic. Really, his game is reminiscent of international bigs like Arvydas Sabonis, like I said before, Dirk Nowitzki, a little bit of Marc Gasol, and Vlade Divac. You know what I'm saying? And in pre-NBA, Darko Milicic. And the funny thing about that is his older brothers are actually good friends with him. But out of everybody, I feel like his game is most reminiscent of Dirk's, offensive scoring wise, and he has a little bit of Vlade and Arvydas when it comes to his passing ability and vision. And the reason why I compare him to Dirk is because they have the same type of play style. They're very mobile bigs, but they also have impossible shots to block. Dirk has his patent fadeaway, and Jokic has what's called the Sombor shuffle, which looks kind of funny because of the way he moves. Looks like he's waddling around into a step back, but the Sombor shuffle is a signature of Nikola Jokic's. Nikola hails from Sombor, Serbia, which is a small northwestern area of the country that is known for its nature, not for its bustling city or high-rise buildings or anything like that. So in his area, horse racing was the popular sport around there, as well as basketball. Now, he does horse race in his free time, and it was a thing he did since he was about 12 or 13 years old. But as he grew as a teenager, he started to grow fonder and fonder of basketball, which his older brothers played. And by the time he was 17 years old, he was playing professionally. The team he played with in Serbia goes by the name of Mega Vizura or Mega Basket. And in his first year with the club, he mostly played with the junior team, but he did get a couple of opportunities to play with the senior team in the Serbian league. He played about 5 games, and about 10 minutes per game, he averaged 2 points and 2 rebounds. But by the time his second season came around, he grew as a player and increased his averages with the ABA team to about 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists a game, and as well as the same output for the Serbian league team. Now, after that season, his potential was noticed by the Denver Nuggets, and he was selected with the 41st pick in the NBA draft. Nikola Jokic did not complete his contract obligations in Serbia before coming over to the NBA because he had to play one more year. He played his last year in 2014-2015 with Mega Basket. In his final season in the Adriatic League, he showed why he was the best player there, winning 4 MVP of the rounds, as well as the regular season MVP and the ABA's top prospect. He averaged about 15 points and 9 rebounds, as well as 3 assists, and he had big performances like 27 points and 15 rebounds, and 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. Now, after that ABA season, he played about 14 games in the Serbian league with the senior team, where he averaged a double-double with 18 points and 10 rebounds, while shooting about 56% from the field. After that decorated 2014-15 season overseas, the Denver Nuggets front office was concerned how they would be able to sign him due to his unfamiliarity with America and the comfortability of him being in his own country. Luckily, they were able to sign Jokic and have him come over to the States to play in the NBA. His first appearance for the Nuggets occurred in 2015-16 season as a part of the Summer League. He made 5 appearances in the Summer League for the Nuggets, averaging about 8 points and 6 rebounds. And in that regular season, he was able to get about 20 minutes a game and became noteworthy to NBA fans for his passing ability and the amazing amount of passes that we see on highlight films that have rarely been done by big men in the NBA. In the season, he averaged about 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and shooting 51% from the field, and he was selected to the All-Rookie First Team. After his all-rookie season in 2015-16, Jokic was a part of a logjam at the center position for the Nuggets with guys like Nurkic, J.J. Hickson, and Joffrey Laverne. In the offseason going into the 2016-17 season, the Nuggets made room for their two young bigs, Nurkic and Jokic, by getting rid of Hickson and Laverne. And they were building toward the future with players like Jokic, Nurkic, Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, and Emmanuel Mudiay. And around the halfway point in that season, Nurkic saw that he wasn't going to get as many minutes as he wanted to, and he requested a trade out of Denver. He got shipped off to Portland, and guess what that did? That opened up more minutes for Nikola Jokic to get more acclimated with the NBA game, and by the end of the season, the Nuggets were in the playoff picture, but unfortunately missed it by just a little bit. Jokic ended the season as second leading scorer and assist man, while leading the team in rebounds per game at 10. By the time his third season came around, the Nuggets had made a decision on what core they would grow with. They selected Jokic, Murray, and Gary Harris, while signing a veteran Paul Millsap and gearing up for a playoff push. In Jokic's third year is when he started to see him rise to the level of an all-star player. He won Player of the Week twice, had 10 triple-doubles, and also had a primetime performance of 40 points, 20 rebounds, and 17 assists in one game. He also had 7 30-point games and 13 double-digit assist games. That season, unfortunately, the Nuggets did not make the playoffs, missing it at the end of the year with a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves and a nail-biter. After the disappointment of the season prior, the Nuggets were motivated to make the playoffs this year. At that point, they hadn't made the playoffs in about 5 years, and they were building towards something, and they came up just short in the year prior. So in this season, Jokic came out on a mission and earned his first All-Star nod as well as his first All-NBA selection. He averaged 20, 10, and 7. He had 62 5+ assist games, including 21 10+ assist games and 18 25+ point games. And they finally made it to the playoffs, and they played in 2 7-game series, not just one, but 2. One in the opening round series against the Spurs, in which Jokic's first game in the playoffs had a triple-double with 10 points, 14 rebounds, and 14 assists, but they would go on to lose in the Western Conference semifinals to the Trailblazers. They played a great series, 7 games, and it included a 4 overtime game that will certainly go down as an NBA classic. In those playoffs, Joker had about 7 25-point-plus games and 13 5+ assist games. And just keep in mind, you're talking about a 7-foot, 290-pound man. Not a 6'1 guy, not a 6'5, 6'7, 6'8 guy. A 7-footer that's doing this, that the offense is running through. Just remember that. After their impressive playoff run in 2018-19, the Denver Nuggets were stamped as a team to watch, as NBA fans pegged them as the next exciting young team in the NBA. The Nuggets were able to deliver on that, and they finished 3rd in the West and made it to the bubble to play in the playoffs. They eventually got to the Western Conference Finals, where they came up short against their eventual champion, the Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James. The Nuggets in the bubble became the first team to come back down 3-1 in a 7-game series twice in the same playoffs. Jokic also got his second All-Star selection as well as the second All-NBA nod. This time it was the second team All-NBA. And finally, this season. Woo! I'm going to give a clap up for him. After a literal month of rest, when in the offseason you usually get 3 months, Jokic was able to come into the season and become a dominant player in the league and grow into a superstar. A guy who brings it every night and carries the load for his team. He led the Nuggets to the 3rd seed again in the Western Conference. Guess what? He was All-Star again. And guess what? He's going to be first team All-NBA again, and on his way to winning the MVP. And this season, he had 13 35+ point games, 16 triple-doubles, and the most important accolade that I think of all is his team is the only team left in the playoffs out of the Final Four in the bubble, including the former and defending champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. And they played about 9 months ago. with 1 month of rest in between. He played in every game this season, and he brought it. He deserved to win the MVP. Nikola Jokic is no longer an ascending superstar. He is a superstar in the league. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.